All right, you guys, it is Jumbo Shark 19, and I am back at you with another Dokkan battle video. Been a little bit since I've done a Dokkan battle video. There's gonna be some Dokkan videos actually going up on the channel this week that are from my backlog. I was waiting for thumbnails to come in, and those finally did come in. And so there will be some Dokkan content from the latter parts of the worldwide download celebration, so a little bit ago, but I still hope you enjoy it. Either way, tonight we got the preview for the Halloween Dokkanfest, which this year is going to be not Angela and Metamacha, but rather Lord Slug. Lord Slug is the Halloween Dokkan Fest, and I think that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm some I love this picture, some Lord Slug, like main fan or something like that. But I will say that just from a game standpoint, I think he's much needed. I think his categories, especially, we'll get into it. He leads a new team. I think overall, is much needed for the game. And from the brief looks of it that I saw, I haven't fully read his kit yet. But from what I've seen, at least in the comments, it seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Seems kind of reminds me of the way people are talking about him. So I don't know about his kit yet, really. But from the way people are kind of talking about him, it sounds kind of like back when STR Bojack released. Like he's kind of a defensive utility support or something like that. So we'll see. I'm not sure if that's exactly what he's like. But yeah, so Lord Slug's here. But I figured we'll save the hype a little bit. Let's look at these guys first because the banner units, in my opinion, the banner units really can make or break a banner sometimes because it's like they can just be so trash, right? But like lately, like the past year or so, like the majority of banner units have been very, very good. So I expect this to be no different. Um, don't lie, you had no idea what at least one of these guys' names was. All right. Angela, like, come on. I I've heard of. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I remembered his name was Meta Matcha, but it sounds familiar. It's like okay, I kind of remember that from the movie, but I definitely don't remember Angela. So those are the names. So we have a combo card here, Int, which is interesting. You can go full dodge, which is probably, you know, a lot of people like to go full dodge on their banner units, and understandable with the content the way it is nowadays. But it looks like they have a double leader skill, so it's going to be demonic power or joined forces. So it's the new leader skill, so that's pretty cool. And joined forces, key +3, and I think what is it, 130%? Yeah, 130% there. Um, they are extreme class, of course, extreme int. Stats are looking. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I memorize what the stats are normally like, but I'm sure they're all right for a banner unit. Um, so it's passive. So it's a double picture passive. By the way, look at that thing. I guess we'll start here. This is a super attack effect, so we're already starting good because there's two things here that are really good. One being he infinitely raises defense. So stacking defense is always good. Is always good. Now sometimes depending on the stats, and depending on the kit, it can not be as effective as you would hope. But hopefully with his kits, it'll work. Hopefully he'll have a lot of additionals, right? But also don't knock out the Seal super attack. But this recovers 6% HP. It could be huge. Like if they have multiple supers, multiple additionals built in their kit, like this could be huge because 12%, I mean it keeps going, so we'll see what happens. So stacking defense and HP recovery, very very interesting indeed. So now let's look at their passive. So conversion of Earth. Key +2, attack and defense plus 150%. High chance of evading enemies' attacks, including supers. Okay, so that's just baseline. That's not bad. 50% chance to dodge, coin flip, but that's just the very first sentence. So let's see what else do they have. All right, right away we have an additional. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super. So that's one additional. So with his base super and the additional, he now has two attacks. So that's two stacks potentially. Okay, he's a support. There's support. Extreme class allies key +1, defense plus 30%. So extreme class support plus an additional key +1 and attack and defense 30% for characters who belong to demonic power. Okay, so 60% support. Okay, nothing too crazy there. The demonic power category, we'll take a look at it, but it's pretty limited overall. It's pretty limited. Um, Plus an additional attack and defense plus 40% up to 200%, and chance of evading enemies' attack, including super, plus 4% up to 20% with each attack performed. Okay, that's huge. So the way dodge stacking works is it does stack. We know that for a fact now. It's been proven. The data's there. It does stack on top of each other. So at full potential, they do have a 70% chance to dodge. You just have to build up to it. But they have a super one, so they'll have 54%, and then they'll have 58% if you get lucky and get that on their first turn. So you could get up to 58% right away. Right away, you could get potentially 58%. So that's not, that's more than a coin flip at that point. Okay. I'm not sure what their defense is going to be like if they don't dodge, though. That is going to be an issue. If they have the 200% up, I'm sure their defense is probably going to look pretty good start a turn. And of course, they are stacking. So their defense might get up there pretty decently fast. I'll have to see. We'll have to see the statistics. Performs an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super, starting from the turn in which the character performs a third super. So that would be the second turn. They could do three. Okay, and it's a great chance. So what is that, 70%? So they're built. They could be stacking a lot. Then they launch another attack that has a high chance of becoming a super. Starting in the turn which his character performs a sixth super attack in battle. So on their third rotation, they can do what, like four super attacks? One, two, three, four, five. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. Launches another additional built-in if the target enemy is stunned, sealed, or if there's an Earthbred Fighters category enemy when attacking. Wow, these guys could do a lot. They could what, super six times in a turn? They could get up there. That's six stacks. Okay, so what do you build this person? What do you build these guys? I think I'm really thinking here. Crit is I don't I think you should give your characters the ability to do everything. So I think giving them 3 crit is fine. Um I mean you could make the argument to go for more crit than additional, right? You probably want to go full dodge. You probably just want to go full dodge. And I'm not a full dodge person normally, but you probably want to go full dodge with these guys. You could make the argument to go full additional, just give them the 60% chance, or what would it be, 50% chance, 25 or whatnot. So you could make the argument for sure to go full additional, but they have so many additionals built in already that just giving them a little bit of additional, they're gonna have like multiple chances to proc that, right? So I think there's an argument for crit, but again, they are a banner unit, and so I'm not sure exactly even fully built up, with that extra 200%, what their attacks looking like. But like again, so like crit's really not the greatest. So then there's dodge, right? So I think a mix of like additional dodge and crit, like I think you're all right. I think you can make the argument to go full dodge, and I think you can make the argument to go full crit. I'll probably balance it. I'll probably put a little bit of crit, or not full crit, full additional, and then full dodge, right? I think you could make the argument to go a little bit of crit since they don't have any built in, unless I missed it. But yeah, that's the banner unit. I think they're pretty impressive. They're going to be providing 60% to Lord Slug. And see, this is where that 6% HP, right? What do they can do? Like they can do what? Six attacks, right? Let's see, they have their base. They have this one, that's two. That's 3. That's 4. So they could do 5 super attacks. So 5 times 6 is 35 or 30%, right? So uh looking pretty good there. That's 30% HP potentially plus stacking, right? And if you give these guys like the Goku head symbol for equips, for instance, because they're a stacker, that will make them heal more HP per orb, and their defense will be really high. Like you could really get some good healing out of these guys. So very good unit, very good unit. All right, now what we've all been waiting for. It looks like okay, right away I see domain. So very interesting. I wonder what the domain's gonna look like. Is that gonna be like his giant form or interesting, interesting. Okay, so right away, 3 leader skills. Very needed. Very, very much needed. Um, so let's look at his leader skill. So demonic power, the new leader skill, inhuman deeds, which is much needed. I think Vegeta wasn't a very good lead for that. Or movie bosses. So very good. Movie bosses is very strong. And then terrifying conquerors or space traveling warrior is the 200%. So that covers Turles. That covers Turles. That covers Bojack. Okay, so a lot of the movie bosses. Okay, okay. I think that's a pretty good leader skill. Again, demonic power, which we can take a look at after we look at Slug here. Demonic power has kind of the units you would expect, plus Gohan. Gohan's on it. Like it makes like you definitely can make the argument like it's fine. The more units, the better. I'm not, I'm not about to talk my way out of thinking Gohan should be on it or anything. But I think it's kind of funny. But you know, anyway, Slug the Super Namekian. Let's see what Slug does. I have not seen Slug at all. So entrance animation once only. Attack plus 200% and reduces damage received by 33% for the rest of battle. Strong. Okay, of course, probably want some defense here, but I mean, 33% damage reduction is not anything to, look down upon. Like, that's really good. That's a pretty good start. So there's the defense, 33% damage reduction. And then he also creates a domain for 3 turns from the character's entry turn when there are another 3 or more demonic power category allies on the team. Okay, so if you're running Lord Slug, that you could meet that requirement by running Lord Slug, friend Lord Slug, and then the banner unit if you pull the banner unit. Otherwise, you're having to use Piccolos for sure. You're going to be running Piccolo. I mean, you're going to have to run Majunior probably. I mean, you could run Majunior. He's not on the. Is he on Terrifying Conquerors? Is Majunior on Terrifying Conquerors? I think he is, right? Yeah. Okay. So I don't think this is too bad, but you have to have this up probably. I mean, you have to have that damage reduction. So limiting. If you're not running Slug as a leader, this becomes a little bit harder to get for sure. So you're probably going to want to run him as lead. So more incentive to summon. All right, so key plus 2, attack and defense plus 200%. So right away he has 400% attack if you have his entrance animation up. And reduces damage received by 33%. So with his intro, he has 66% damage reduction for battle. That's pretty good. I mean, that's really good. That's you're talking. You're cooking now. Now that you're cooking. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super, so you just get that. That's good. Plus an additional attack and defense plus 50% with each attack performed, up to 200%. So you could get up to 100% within a turn so far. So that doesn't take long to get up to 200. Foresees enemy super attack within the character's attacking turn, starting from the turn in which the character receives the 5th attack in battle. Huh. So you get a scouter after being attacked 5 times. That's not bad. I don't think it's that bad. Like, if some people are going to probably want to give him full dodge based on the type of unit he is, right? But I would say additional. Right away, I would say additional. Because he raises attack and defense. And you want to build this up as fast as possible, right? So you could get up to 150% on your first turn. Because you could get the hidden potential system plus the passive. Yeah. Yeah. So slot one, what is this slot one viability? What is this start of turn defense plus 66% damage reduction going to get you? That's the question. I think turn one, you're probably not going to want him to, in slot one until you have this up. You definitely want this extra defense plus 200% up. Then I could foresee him being a slot one unit. Okay. Scouter is still good. Scouter is still unlimited. Scouter is still very, very good. Recover 6% HP when HP is 66% or less at the end of turn, so that's unlimited, so that's good. That's something. Recovers 10% HP at the end of the character's attacking turn, and all allies key +2 while the domain is active. Okay, so you could recover 10% HP each turn. I mean each attacking turn. And then you recover an extra 6%, so 16% total if you're below 66%. Okay, I mean that's something. Healing is good. Plus, if you look at what the banner unit does, you could get up to what I say, 30% healing. So if you're at 66% HP, you're getting 30. You get really really lucky, and you're already getting 16% from slug just as base passive. And so let's say you get really lucky and you get like, let's just say you get 3 supers even. That's 15. What is that? 15%, right? Or 18. 6 times 3, right? It's 18%. So that's pretty good. It's almost 50% HP healed. So not bad, not bad. Let's see. He has an active skill, so he's got an intro, he has a domain, and he has an active, so that's cool. A lot of animations, so a lot of animations for good old Slug here. Can be activated when HP is 60% or less, or starting from the fourth turn. Okay, so you could get this right away, or fourth turn. That's really good. I don't think there's anything to complain about. That's really good conditions. Massively raises attack and causes ultimate damage. Okay, so it just okay. That's all right, I guess. Doesn't really do anything. Um, does he have any crit? Neither of these units have crit, huh? No. Huh. Interesting. Demonic power. I mean, these are good categories. Um, this does not help. Where's the super attack effect? Global Dokkan. Oh man. Well, we know he raises attack and defense and causes immense damage with something. I I don't Global Dokkan. Help me out here. Okay. Raises attack and defense for 1 turn. Great chance of stunning. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's see his domain. Demonic power category allies attack and defense plus 15%. So that could be 60%, 75% support if you have the banner unit. Increase damage by superclass enemies and allies by 10%. Okay, see, now this is bad. See, this isn't, why do they do this? Because on demonic power, they have Gohan and Ultimate Gohan and Beast Gohan. Like they obviously want you to run Gohan on this team, but then his intro is going to activate and you're going to take 10% more damage. Plus an additional 15% for Earthbred fighters? Come on. 25%? I'm going to like that. I agree. Because Piccolo, you're going to want to run Piccolo, but he's going to be taking 25% more damage. Or not, Piccolo won't be. He'll be taking 10%. But, like, what are they... oh... There aren't enough... What... Majunior is extreme. So is Majunior runnable with 60% support? That's the question. With 60% support plus extra 15% for 2 turns, basically. Huh. I don't know. We're gonna have to see him in action. I mean, his hidden potential, I like to talk about it. I really don't know. Like, he has no crit built in. I don't know how he's gonna be hitting. It's not like he's stacking attack, right? So he's not stacking attack, so his active skill is not gonna really hit that hard, I don't think. He's more of a defensive minded unit. Um so I honestly don't think, I think giving him a little crit is probably a good idea. But like, you're probably gonna want to go additional. I mean, I would go. You can make the argument for dodge. You always can make the argument, but he needs to be hit for that scouter, right? So it's like, eh. I see him as a full additional unit. Get that passive built up faster. Get that defense raised. I think I think overall, if you're wondering, should I summon or skip? Probably skip, but I think he's pretty good. He does remind me a lot of like STR Bojack, for sure. For sure. When STR Bojack's release came out, Lord Slug does remind me of him. And so with this, there came some, the data download came, and there was this new asset. And I just want to have everybody calm down because a lot of people were like, oh, this is a new asset, which I believe it is. But it's most likely part of a support memory or something. Because as Truth says, and I believe he's really right on this, is that we're not going to have a Part 2 banner because the Part 2 banner is Heroes. Dragon Ball Heroes comes out in 2 weeks. So this is most likely not an LR. And as I'm recording this video, the global data download just hit. As I was playing Dokkan on my phone, the download hit, data download. So we'll have to see really quick if there's anything new in that. But yeah, overall, pretty good. I want to go here really quick. Does Truth have it on the category? No, he doesn't. He doesn't have the category. Um, let's see really quick. Oh, here's some numbers. Let's see. Lord Slug attack calcs. Okay, who cares about attack? I mean, that doesn't look that crazy to me. 13 million, 20 million. What are these defense? Let's see. Lord Slug, all links, no support. Start a turn plus links, he's at 336. Post super 656, so he basically doubles it. He does double it. One additional, he's at 1 million. Two additionals, he's at 159 million. So that's where that passive comes in. Turn 3 with him built up, he has start a turn 841. So just a reminder, this is with 66% damage reduction, right? 33 plus 33. 33%, right? Yeah, 66. So that's with 66% damage reduction. So he's at basically almost 1 million defense start a turn on his second rotation after he's built up. Post super, he's already over 1 million with 66% damage reduction. So just to put that in the context, 3 million super, cut it in half, 1.5. Take another 16% off whatever that is. So 1.5, so you're talking, I don't know, down closer to 1 million. So he's tanking a 3 million super. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. With Team Turles and the banner unit? Oh, that's asking a lot. I mean, Team Turles is good though. They're not getting the extra support. They're only getting the 30% support from the banner unit. But he'd be at starter turn 412. He's almost at 2 million turn 1 if you get lucky with additionals. Over 2 million turn 3. I would say he's pretty good. Yeah, I would say he's pretty good. Huh. What's it called? Demonic power? Huh. Oh, shout out to the homie Jordan W20. He does these really cool videos where he goes over all the defensive calcs and statistics for the new units. So shout out to him for sure. Um, yeah, Scouter, 600% to stats, Scouter, damage reduction, heals, easy active domain. Is he low key the best? I don't think he's the best TUR, but he's very good. Yeah, Zaffa, new category I won't comment on, but I do want to see the roster. He seems very good. He does. He does seem very good. Um, I just wanted to show you the new cat. I didn't have it popped up. I figured, let's see. Let's go to Dokkan assets. Usually he has is this stuff right here. Yeah, demonic category with most recent units. So I mean, outside of Slug and the new banner unit, he just got his easy A, but like he doesn't. I mean, is 60% support gonna save him? Probably not. Right? I don't think so. They want Planet Namek Saga category allies, so I don't see them being run. I mean, I guess you could make it work if you run Nail and another Planet Namek Saga category ally. But then they're taking more. I mean, that's the problem, right? Then they're taking more damage, and they're not getting support from the banner unit. It's a weird team because then you have Gohan. Look at all the super class. I mean, that's the problem. There's a lot of super class units. You have Boo, which is fine. I guess you could run Buhan, Boo tanks. You could run Boo tanks, Int Boo. You probably could run Kid Boo. He's getting 60% support plus 40 plus his. I mean, what's his support again? 60, right? Or 70? Is it 60 or I can't remember. But that's a lot of support. Huh. This Boo is dodge or die, but still pretty good. This Gohan, I mean, that's just. I don't know. Majunior, don't forget about Majunior. Janemba is not on the category. Huh. So it's about what you would expect. Let's go to Minato's page real quick. That's all. Now let's see. This is the new category. Yeah, so you have like Beast and Orange Piccolo, but you're not running them because they'll take way too much damage. I don't see it. There's Harudagarn. But I'm looking at for demonic. Yeah, huh. Huh. That's interesting that Harudagon's on there. Some heroes units make it on there. Go on, that's interesting. There's my junior. We got Boo. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's a really good category because with his domain, like you could do some shenanigans with the superclass units for sure with the Gohans, right? Because the Gohans are just super good on their own. But with that extra damage, that 25, I mean, I don't think Gohan's on Earthbred Fighters, right? Or is he? Isn't Warriors raised on Earth, Earthbred Fighters? So he is. So he'd be taking 25% extra damage. So yeah, that's just not what you want. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see. Overall, I think they're very good. I think they're very, very good. You shouldn't summon, especially with heroes. I think you should summon for heroes because it's probably the last heroes celebration. You know, just because heroes is no more. It's retired now, and it's something I forget what it's called. It's called something else now. But either way, this has been Jumbo Shark 19. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the Lord Slug and Banner Unit and what is it? Angela and Meta I don't remember. Angela and Metamacha. Let me know down in the comments what you're thinking. But until next time, you guys, it's been Jumbo Shark 19. Have a good one.